What's up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again. Guys, we have Kyle Larson's Homestead Truck Series Race Win Diecast. Let me tell you, the whole right side of this truck, I mean, as you can see, it has got a ton of damage to it. This is going to be a good one, man. A Larson truck win. We don't get too many truck win diecasts, so I'm excited for it. Let's tap in and check it out. And here we go, folks, with today's Diecast review. The Kyle Larson Homestead Raced Win Truck Diecast in hand. And look at all the dirt and grime and donut marks on this Truck Series diecast. A lot to look at here. Really cool box design, by the way. I like how, the Craftsman, the red and the white and the black, a little bit of gray. It kind of just ties it all together. I like the, title sponsor themed boxes. I think that's a nice touch. The official name for it is the 07HendrickCars.com Homestead Miami Win Silverado. And I want to say this is the first time the 07 truck diecast got made with Kyle Larson behind the wheel. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and open up the truck and we'll see what we got. Diecast out of the box here, and I just absolutely love these Raced Win truck diecasts, man. We don't get a lot of truck diecasts. It's, very common. Maybe in 2026 we'll get more of them. Who knows? But for the time being, we usually get maybe a good 10, maybe 15 trucks each year. When you consider all the paint schemes, all the full-time drivers, that's pretty minimal, to be honest with you. This is the second Kyle Larson, I think it's the second Kyle Larson truck diecast raced win to be made. They made his North Wilkesboro 2023 win, which was the return to North Wilkesboro, and it was the technically the only points-paying national NASCAR series, whatchamacallit, event on the old surface before they ripped it up, because they had the All-Star race in 2023, but that was obviously not a points-paying race. 2024, they repaved it, But the point being is that 2023 race was pretty darn cool. So in front of the diecast here, it has kind of a satin matte sheen to it, which is very common in the truck series. If I had to guess, it's something to do with performance. Considering how many Xfinity cars are glossy, a lot of the Cup cars are more matte finish. I also heard a theory about this, and I'm curious what y'all think. I heard something that a lot of the sponsors want their vehicles to be glossy, or not be glossy, I should say, because it's easier for the fan to view the racing vehicle when the sun hits it. So like if you're racing at a very, a warm weather, very sunshine event, maybe in the summertime, a Sonoma or something, and the sheen goes across the nose of the vehicle, well, if it's very glossy, it might actually, in this case where the lettering is white, you might not be able to read it very well. With it kind of having a dull finish, it's a little bit easier on the eye. So I'm kind of curious if that might be a marketing thing as well. Here in the front window banner here, you have a unique style Craftsman banner. It's a little bit different than their standard ones, a little bit more realistic, which is nice. You got some dirt and grime on the front. You got the 07 on the left side. You have a pretty nice haze of dirt and grime on the front, which, of course, with this being Homestead, Miami, you're going to be ripping the fence. If there's anything that comes off the vehicle, it's going to pile up on that outside lane, and then naturally it's going to be picked up. So this is a great racetrack for raced win diecasts. Honestly, just raced versions in general. Really good stuff. ARP Sudoku on the quarter panel. There's a little bit of a cosmetic error on the, or not cosmetic, but it's actually a paint chip on the splitter. A nice touch adding the carbon fiber to the top of the splitter. It's not on the bottom of it, but you can see a slight texture there, which is really sharp. Go over to the left side of the diecast, and I want to say this is the second 07 truck to actually be produced. I could be tripping on that, or is the first one? Because they made the Kyle Busch win. Hold on. Yeah, they made the Kyle Busch win, but that was in the not the 07, but the number 7 truck, as you can see. So this might be the first 07 one. I could be tripping on that, which, if that's the case, is this the first ever 07 164 to be produced since the DirecTV or BB&T Clint Boyer cars from the late 2000s? I could be tripping on that, guys, because he got, I think, like a Nationwide series or Busch series diecast made from like 08, and then of course they made the DirecTV car, I think, in the Elite 164 in 07. Go to the left side of the diecast here. You have the iconic HendrickCars.com livery, which I'm definitely on the side of I love seeing it every week, in the sport. I think iconic paint schemes are very important in a day and age where you know, one team might have 36 different paint schemes for 36 different races. It's cool to see one team just say, screw it, we're going to run one car 34 times a year. I really enjoy that. That's how the sport used to be, honestly. So I enjoy seeing it on the different racing vehicles. Got 07 there, Game Bridge. Got a very interesting side skirt. I don't know why the pop rivets are like very wonky. That's how it probably was on their actual race vehicle, but I wonder if this was like the side skirt got bent outward or inward. I'm not sure, but that might be the reason why there's a little bit of a cosmetic touch to it. Got your contingency panel here, which has NASCAR Race Truck, Craftsman Truck Series SKF. You got Jessel, Tilton, Holly, EFI. You got Lincoln Welders there, Goodyear. Over to the driver name area, you got Kyle Larson there on the B post, Chevrolet, Spire, HendrickCars.com, Nations Guard, and one more decal there. A little bit kind of messy around the B post there, that's okay. And then we go over to the quarter panel and you have Safety Clean. Now, interesting, you do have a bright yellow ring around the fuel insert, so that's kind of cool. It ties in with the roof number, which I do believe is day glow, which that's a throwback of itself. I love the Hendrick vehicles with, day glow. This is a Spire Motorsports vehicle, but Spire Motorsports, it's kind of like a mini Hendrick satellite team, in all honesty. Go to the back panel of the diecast here. You have HendrickCars.com, which is kind of funny. It's a truck selling cars. I mean, they sell trucks there, but, it has the word cars there. As one of my light batteries just went out, so that's pretty cool. We'll change that out as we continue to go here. So you got the number 07 right there on the right side of the back bumper. Then you got, of course, Silverado. You got Chevy. And notice on the raced versions of these truck diecasts, they usually add the cosmetic spoiler braces, which is a cool touch. They don't traditionally do this on the clean variants of the truck diecast. That's a nice touch. Can see a little bit of some scrapage on that left rear corner on the bumper. I want to say this might be cosmetic. I don't know. I can't tell if that's a factory error or not. This is cosmetic over here, but this one might actually be a chip. Who knows? The whole truck is painted blue if you're curious. Now, this is the best angle of this diecast here. As you go to the right side, you have the donut marks there. I mean, it literally, the whole right side of this truck is just scraped. I love it, man. If you're a fan of Race to Win diecast without confetti, this low-key might be one of the best ones I have seen. That is a ton of damage. And you can also notice the door number and the contingency panel, whether it's intentional or not, it's a little bit more pushed up. So what it does is it gives you that false or, kind of a fake 3D representation of the door having dents within it. So that's a really cool touch right there. You can even see right here the lines for the quarter panel area. The white line there is a little bit raised up here and lower here. Well, that just makes the side of the truck look more three-dimensionally damaged. That's a nice touch. At the top of the diecast here, got the Dayglow 07, as already mentioned, which I can't remember the last time a Truck Series diecast had a Dayglow roof number, so that's pretty cool. Chevrolet on the bed cover, HendrickCars.com. Got Larson on the back window. This is interesting right here. I didn't notice this little random triangle thing there. That's pretty cool. And then over here to the spoiler, there is no team logo. Guys, highly recommend picking up this diecast here. I have no idea if it's going to be in the Winter Circle line or whatever. I don't even know if they're still doing that. So it might be one of those you want to pick up sooner than later. I don't know how many they're making of it, but with it being a Larson Race Twin. Oh, by the way, they also have the Homestead Race Twin as well. You can get them in a 2-car set. You can get them individually. I have no idea the production numbers on it, but really, really cool stuff. And in the video on this Truck Series race was absolutely bonkers because Larson would have a good truck, right? Corey Heim was dominant, but Corey Heim, he kept having engine problems or electrical problems, and his truck would shut off, and he would just lose 15 truck lengths worth of time, and then Larson would overtake him, and then maybe a caution or something. It was crazy. Everything had to work out perfectly in order for Larson to win that race. He almost wins the Xfinity race, leading, caution, all that shenanigans of the restart. And then, of course, he takes the checkered on Sunday for the Cup Series event. So that whole Miami weekend was wild, and it might have been Kyle Larson's last opportunity to try to sweep at Homestead, because with Homestead going back to the championship race, I imagine it's going to be in the playoff rotation if they even still have the playoffs. I don't know when this is going to be airing. It's December 2025. So my point is, I don't know if we'll get another opportunity to get a Larson Xfinity or truck race to win diecast at Homestead. That's all for now. Make sure to pick up yours at Circle B. Have a blessed one. DB, signing off.